Thank you. And thank you for having me. So yeah, as I said, hopefully today we'll learn how to make your own web page using GitHub. So first, I want to I'm going to use the GitHub Pages. So to motivate you a little bit first. Um, so silence is worthless if it's not shared, in my opinion. If you keep your results to yourself, then why do it in the first place? So it's important for you to put your research out there for the world to see. And also, you need to stand out from the rest. You know how competitive our field is, so everything you can do to stand out from the rest, a little, even if it's just a little bit, I think it might be able to help you get noticed. So, like about their silence is like a parachute. If it's not open, it will save you. So, um, that's why I think it's important to make stuff like this. So, you know, if you do not open silence, then you will, it will fall like that cat through the skyline. Um, so, so in order to make a website, there's a lot of things you can do. So, for example, you can obviously put your contact information, your CV, publications, images, videos, and importantly, you can give away free stuff. People love free stuff. So you can put there your talks, catalogs from sources that you study, quotes, anything you like to share. That way you will gain visibility within your field. Um, so whenever you're in a conference, you have the QR code to your page and you get stuff from there. Yeah. It's a way to do networking and also to make yourself known in your field. So I list here some examples. So, for example, I want to highlight Hernan Salinas, who showed a video Friday, a couple of weeks ago. Uh, Let me see if it works. Yeah. Uh, so he, so here's a different example. He's using GitHub Pages, so that's awesome. So he has his CVs, his research areas, and I think the most important thing is the mini game that he has set up. So this is a good way to get to motivate people. For example, if you're presenting a poster, you can do like you can give free stuff, and people play your game, and they will remember you. And then we say, oh, there was a nice, in that seminar or whatever, and that way it will be, so that's a great example. And there's also this random groups page. I don't know if you've heard of him. I've been told he's quite a nice guy. If you don't, you know him. Say tell me that say hi. Um, so I don't know if you noticed, many people up here when they get seminars and stuff, they think their presentation their page. So yeah, it's something that many people in our field do. So yeah. Uh, so okay, so now I think what you call it, we talk about it. So here I lay down the steps. I'll try to show let's say live. I don't know if it will work. So the good thing is that you don't need to be an expert on HTML and stuff like that if you don't know it. It's even because mainly two reasons. Because I think what you do in your research is far more complicated than learning HTML. And also because nowadays you can just use AI to, and the AI will do everything for you. So I want to just mention one quick thing, and is that unless you have GitHub Pro, you can apply for using your UC email. So it would be public, and that's something to keep in mind. I mean, if you upload stuff to the internet, it's never really gone, even though you delete it, but you're making the website is going to be public. So it's just a minor thing to keep talking about. But you can actually hit a pro, you can make it actually a private, and also you can make any features, for example, it's also recommend you if you don't have it. So let's now see if the demo works. So the first thing you can do, you can go this, oh, well, I guess you don't have the link. So maybe I can send that in WhatsApp, maybe. No, it's not it. Let's see. Oh, where we have. Oh, okay, so here. Mhm. There you go. Can I show my WhatsApp? Uh, 1 second. Let me. There's some state secrets that can be shared. And well, yes, para eso algunos of you are familiar with GitHub. But in case you don't, you can make a fill out. I think you can make free one per account. Uh, I don't know if with GitHub you can do more. I'm not sure. But yeah, as far as I know, you can make one with your free account. Uh, yes, yes, we will see that in a bit. So I think I shared the link. So I will share screen again. Um, oh no, okay. So once you visit that template, you can fork the template. Fork and refork essentially means that you will create a copy that template in your own GitHub account. So once you do that, for example, so you should see um, that you have a new repository. Uh, in my case, I put it, I think that the full name is template. Uh, so once you go to that repository, have to first change the name. So you have to go to settings. So here we will see a bit everything here, most of it. But you go to settings and so you have to rename your repository using your GitHub username .github.io. It should work. Oh, well, it should be available. If it's not, I think you can put another name. But since you can create a GitHub account with an available username, the default name should be available. So once you rename it, you have to go again to settings. And go to pages right here on the left. And so here it says build and deploy from a branch. I believe that's the default. So you should select if nothing is selected here, you should put the master branch here. And here I'm not sure if this is the right one. Let's see if this works. So you say So it says, so if everything works, it should say that your site is live at this URL. So if I click on it, it should, so it's the template. It was already made. Uh, um, you can tell that an astronomer did this template. So this is one thing to keep in mind is that these are static web pages, so they are limited but still powerful. So the thing is that they are easy to launch. For example, they will work well with a cell phone. They don't occupy many resources. And if you, so, but you can do crazy stuff like I don't know, having a code running in some background because you're not connected really to a server. But for that, you can use some third-party software that I can show some examples. So once you do that, you should then, well, in my case, I have I use VS Code. So, so to edit, but you can edit the repository right here in GitHub or using whatever you like. So if you go here, you can go here, copy this. Uh, it's like my computer is dying for some reason. Yeah, yeah, that could maybe you're onto something. So you can go on Git repository, provide the URL, um, but you need to be logged into GitHub to do that. So let's put it somewhere here. Okay. So yes, I would like to open it. And there you go. So once the main thing you should be looking at is the index.html. This is where most of the stuff is. And for, well, before I would recommend is installing the live server extension to VS Code. You can look it up in the extensions tab. And that way you can right click here on the script. Yeah, it's going to explode. Yeah. Yeah. So you can select open with live server, and that will open the web page in your local host. So that way you can see the changes made before pushing it into GitHub. Now, for some reason, it didn't open. Um, I see. Oh, there you go. And uh, so well, you can see the changes for chicken, especially if you don't know what you're doing, you want to do this. So first, I would suggest you explore this file. It should be very fairly easy to see. For example, start identifying some stuff in the web page. So, for example, let's see. For example, here you have you can guess that this is an image. So there's an images folder. So you will want to upload all your images there, and that one is probably the main one that's in the it, I think it's this one. So you can start, for example, by putting your own picture in that images folder and selecting that path, put it there, and it should. So let's see, for example, if I can. Um, let's see. Mm, let's see. For example, here, please don't look too much into my stuff. Eh, so let's see, for example, okay, let's see. Let's choose this one random. And we go here in images. We'll see if this works. Can I copy it here? No. I think I can do this. Yeah, yeah. So there's the image, actually image sections. Uh, but if I put it here, uh, it should. So you save, and let's see if it works. It, it's horrible, but let's see that it works. So then, if you want to save this change to GitHub, um, if you, I do it from this code, you can do it in the terminal, whatever you prefer. So stage of the changes that you made, basically that we added this image and those two things that we modified the HTML and the thing and all of this. You will create a comic message and then I don't know if I have commented in this. Add live server settings and the file image. Okay, that's good enough. Uh, Commit and push. Now we're going to push the commits to GitHub. It's loading. Shouldn't take too much. You don't have to what? Uh, to be that we can push to it instead. Oh, I am baffled. It's not loaded directly to yeah. Yeah, yeah. Uh, what do you mean? Am I in the wrong account? Well, let's create a for that. Okay, that failed. But if you have everything, if you have already set up, that should upload the the changes to the live in your page. So that's the main gist. It's how you set up. Then you're free to explore whatever so you can upload. And well, not only about your research, you can upload things you do for free time to show also who you are as a person. You know, we are scientists, but we are people. So um, that's basically it. Thank you. Answer that question. The one that said full what usually is called users also don't have one copilot. Um, we also edit this HTML and we also edit style files in Python. In what? Python. Ah, yeah. So when you edit the Py file, you can edit HTML, and then you can also double click on the uh, edit the word folder and open the file directly. It'll open your browser. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I use this course. That's why I showed this like workflow. But of course, if you are more comfortable, you can do it in the term. So if you know them, you, you can edit in the term. So yeah, that's you can feel free to do whatever you want. Yes, you can do that. That's a good question. I'm not completely sure, to be honest, because I do a lot of live coding in this, but I think you can do it in the same index HTML because there's another one. Well, there's the assets folder. So here there's also some those files also do stuff that I'm not really sure. But you can do it, I think, in the this HTML, yeah, as well.
So this was very nice. And I don't have a webpage. I want to create one. But I'm in the stage of trying to find where to actually post you on the webpage. The biggest like why is this GitHub page? I don't know. Better or like the user base and I don't know. I think it's like a user.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have a thing?
So, well, I would say that the advantage of this is that it's completely free and it's easy to set up. You don't have issues. I'm not sure how the Google Pages work. But I've seen them. I personally like GitHub because you can do the commits with it's like self-contained, so you can commit, you can track the progress of the page. If you mess up, you can revert the changes back. So that's I would say also an advantage that it's hosted within GitHub. So if you're used to using GitHub for your projects and uploading regularly, and that's a good workflow to maintain. So I would say that's the main advantage. But of course, if you happen to have a server, then you should host your web page in the server because you can do more stuff. For example, I don't want to, I don't know, so in my page, for example, I don't know if it's here, or will it, and I'm working on that. Or maybe here. Well, so for example, you can also customize, let's see that the logo. And that logo is
Yeah.
so that image is made by AI. It's like an antenna. For example, in my template, well, I have to still work on it. It came with this thing, but this didn't actually work because in order to work, you will need to have like a script running to server in order for it. But you can use a third-party software, which is called Formspring, and you make an account on that, and you have to add like this one line of code that will actually handle submission to the page. So if you go here and say, hey, Chris, email anything, yeah, let's choose that one. Hi, and you send the message. Like what? Uh, 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 I trust email more than the that's free with spam and phishing attempts. So it's the caption because you want some posts to be. And this is all managed by this force IO. So which you would do that without your own script if you can server. But since this is a that page, so that worked. So now if I go to my email, I hopefully should see. Let's see. I think that was the notification. And there you go. There's the submission, and you can. So that's like a easy way to. You should be able to make everything as easily as accessible as easily. So, so, so because if you give your email, then people would have to get down and write your email. But if you could make QR code, like so for example, they can just scan QR code and send right there message. So things you can answer them back right there. Yeah, so that's like a good. And if you have any ideas, probably there's more things like this that you can add to compensate for the fact that this is a static web page and not running in the server where you can run things. Yeah, I think so. That's everything I wanted to I have one advice because I don't really have use of like your message. So it's noisy. Yes, okay. So, for example, you see this? See the browser. Ah, that's very cool. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that's very cool too. Ah, one moment. Okay, yeah. So if you feel motivated by the example of an app who made his own video game in his webpage, uh, he has actually now developed uh, what do you say, like specific webpage, a webpage tailored to hosting different games from the community. So you want to make your own game, you can contact him so he can upload your game to here. So you can all have different games, maybe tailored to the different topics. Uh, so we already have catch up. Lucas. It's not okay. So work in progress, work in progress. But if you feel motivated, please compliment so we can have like a hub of video in the yeah. Uh, I mean, but so